What are we making today, Laura?
Today we're going to be making 30-minute hamburger buns. So we're going to need some sugar, some yeast, some warm water, an egg, flour, oil, I have vegetable oil, and some salt. So your water temperature should be between 105 but no hotter than 115. So we're good there. All right. So we're going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar and 2 tablespoons of yeast. I'm using active dry yeast. And then we're going to let this sit for about 3 minutes and let the yeast bloom. We're using so much yeast, that's what's going to have us make this in 30 minutes. I did give this a little stir, get that activated. So now to our stand mixer, while we wait for that, we're going to add 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 egg, and a teaspoon of salt. So I'll just go ahead and dump this all in here very carefully. There goes our oil. I'll put our egg. I'll crack it in here, make sure I don't have any shells. Look at that, perfect, 1/4 cup. So 1/4 cup of egg, just kidding, 1 egg. Gonna do 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Just dump it all right in there. And 1, I'm using pink Himalayan salt. You can use just regular table salt. Doesn't matter, this is just what I had handy. And can you see this yeast? Look at that foaming. It's a beautiful sight. And we're just going to give this a little mix before we put the yeast in. So just go in the stir. All right, this looks good enough now. Look at that. And we're just going to pour that right into our mixture. And there's a timer. Hold, please. Make sure we get all that. And now we're going to stir this with the dough hook on about medium speed for about 3 minutes. We'll be right back. So after 3 minutes of kneading, we're gonna take it out of the bowl. And might be a little sticky, but it should be a soft dough. Doesn't want to come out. I'm just going to get all of this out of here. I'm just going to knead this a little bit. Let's get it into a nice ball. This is like a little scraper thing, but I'm going to use it to divide them. Let's say we're going to try to make 8 rolls. So we'll cut it in half. Make this a little ball. Cut it in half. Cut it in half again. So we should have 4. And you can just fold them into each other like that. Roll it. Move these out of the way. Do a little roll. And you can pull it back towards you, and that just will cover up where we connected it. Okay? All right. And I weighed that one. It's 3.5. Oh, don't stick. Should have put something down. So these two are about the same. You can always just go and reshape it. If you put it in between your thumb here and you do a little roll, makes a good little ball. So again, we're gonna stretch and fold, stretch and fold, stretch and fold, and then make it into a ball, roll it, pull it towards you. It'll close up all those seals, or seal up all that, okay? So we're going to take the other half, do the same thing. Let's make a ball, cut it in half, cut this one in half, this one in half. Stretch, fold. This one feels like a big one. Then we'll make a ball, roll it around, put it there, seal it up. Stretch and fold. Make a ball. All right, we're going to transfer these. I have a silicone mat down, but if you don't have one, just go ahead and use parchment paper. And the only rise time that these need is for our oven to get up to temperature. So after I put this last one on, I'm going to preheat the oven to 400 degrees. So while we're waiting for that, we'll just take a towel and just cover these up so they don't dry out. So when that gets up to 400, we'll be back. All right, now that our oven is up to temperature, ooh, look at that. Some are a little smaller than the others, but they will still taste good. We're gonna take a little egg wash here. I just beat up an egg in the bowl, and we're gonna very gently, because we don't wanna deflate these, brush these with some egg wash. And if you want to put any toppings on these, you can use sesame seeds, everything but the bagel, your favorite cheese. You can do poppy seeds, whatever you want on top. Your recipe, your rules, right? So today we are going to use sesame seeds on half of these. So let me finish putting the egg wash on. And we'll sprinkle some sesame seeds. I'll ask Dave. Dave, you have a preference to which rolls you want your sesame seeds on?
The big one.
All right, you get the big one. These will also puff up a little bit when you cook them, so I can't wait. All right, so here's my sesame seeds. You can toast them if you want. I know Dave would like that, but I ain't got time for that. You want a lot or a little?
Fair amount.
Okay.
Doesn't look like McDonald's. Is that a lot? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't eat McDonald's with sesame seeds that often. I'll say, you get some sesame seeds, and you get some sesame seeds, and you get some sesame seeds. All right, so now we're going to put these in our preheated oven for about 10 minutes. So I'll show you what they look like when they come back out. Look at that. These cooked for 10 minutes, perfectly browned. I have a little bit of melted butter here. I'm just going to brush the tops of these. Just make them more delicious. If you want to make a garlic butter, these would look like, I haven't tried these yet, but these look like these would make terrific, like garlic bread. All right, we're gonna let these cool for a couple of minutes, and then I'll cut one open so you can see the inside. My mouth is watering already. I was having trouble speaking. All right, see you back in a few. All right, now it's time for the taste. I have my grandson Braden here. He's gonna try it for us first because he loves bread. Oh, he likes the bread. Which one do you want?
This one.
Oh, we picked the big one. All right, let's cut it open so we can show them what it looks like inside. Look at that.
Let me look.
Look at that. And look how soft it is. All right.
That's good.
It's good. What do you rate
Turkey,
it? Rate it out
right?
as a 10. He says, mm, 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 mm.
But butter definitely adds flavor. Maybe like a 7.
7? Okay, I'll take that. All right. Here, let me have a bite. Tastes like a yeasted roll. All right. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, like and subscribe. See you next time. Hey, Brandon.
You really do? You just bit the top off?
One of these has to be for my hamburger. That's fine.